Hey, Birchouse friends. So today we have two questions. I'm going to answer one today, and I'll answer the other next week. Um, and on that note, Andrew asks, "Hey, Birchhouse, if you could time travel back to any time and forge weapons and armor, what era would you choose and why?" And this was certainly an interesting question, and one that made me think a little bit. But I think I settled on ancient Japan, the age of the samurai. And that's a very, very broad term for this time period and this culture. You're talking about hundreds of years, um, over half a millennia of history from this time period and culture. Um, it's not one I'm super familiar with. It's not a time period or a culture I'm super familiar with. I've dabbled in Japanese martial arts. I've dabbled in katana, but I'm not particularly familiar with this time period. Um, if there was a single thing I've been requested, it's stuff from this time period and era. I get a lot of requests for Boken. Um, I've been requested Japanese shields. I've been requested Japanese armor. Uh, I've talked about this year we really want to be making bows. So I've actually had one request for um, a Japanese inspired bow. I've been asked about Yari and Naginata and things of that nature. Um, and those are all things on my radar. Um, and I have some level of plans for in the future. Um, but it's just not a culture and a time period I'm super familiar with. Um, so instead of like talking about the kind of things I am, or going back to a time period and culture that I am, it would be interesting to go and visit a time period and culture that I'm not familiar with. Um, so great question. Thanks for asking. Comment below with where you would like to go throughout history. What time period, culture, peoples would you be interested in seeing firsthand? And if you have a question for me, comment below with "Hey Birch House," ask, and we'll answer in a future video. And until then, we'll see you all next Wednesday.